Hi.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
And welcome back to PWine
2025.
2025 season 2.
Yes. And we're starting from the very beginning this season.
Beginning of the season, not halfway through, but we were like 2 months in, weren't we? Last season. Starting pre-season this time.
I know. Even before pre-season testing.
Yeah. Exciting.
Very.
Exciting.
Well, if the end of 2024 is anything to go by, 2025 is going to be insane.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll talk to each other more through races this season.
I mean, how much more do you want to talk?
The last race of the season, we just didn't talk for the last 20 laps.
No, because you were in a mood with me.
And Ferrari were winning, then they were losing, then they were winning, then they were losing. McLaren were winning and losing. We just thought, best if we just don't speak.
And I go, like, yeah, but McLaren are winning the constructors. It'd be nice if Carlos Sainz would win. Like, you know, for him, the Ferrari would win. And I'm like, but no.
I think, but no, it's Carlos's last race.
I don't care. Anyway,
we won't have any of that this season because Carlos is in a Williams.
Yes, we're not going to have any Carlos Sainz wins.
We might do, because I'm convinced he's doing a Prost.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You know, if that's the delusional thinking you want to enter the 2025 season on.
Prost went Renault McLaren. Carlos went Renault McLaren.
Yeah.
Prost then went McLaren Ferrari. Carlos did McLaren Ferrari.
Yeah.
And then he's done Ferrari Williams and then won World Championship. And Carlos done Ferrari Williams. He's going to win World Champion. There's a bet on it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you want to carry on with that delusional thinking, Lewis Hamilton's going to win the drivers because he crashed before. Why is the little phone?
Because I know where you were going with this. That's why I was going.
He crashed in pre-season testing before he drove for McLaren and he won the drivers. He crashed in pre-season testing of Mercedes and he won
8 times.
And then he won that. And he's crashed the other day in a Ferrari and then he won the drivers. So if we're going to go on that same path of delusional, then we're going to go for Lewis Hamilton world drivers. But we're not
going to tie. It's going to be a last lap shootout.
Not go in. No last lap shootouts. I cannot do last lap shootouts. We're not going down that road of delusional, okay? Because
we're going down the road of delusional that Lando's going to win.
But it's not a Lando delusional. Like this time last year, yes, it was.
We don't know what any cars are like yet.
This is not 2026 yet. Right? Let's just... What will happen will happen. But if 2024 is anything to go by, 2025 is going to be such a stellar mega season.
It is. It really is. No matter who you support, it's going to be fantastic.
I mean, like, unless you're supporting like Haas or Sauber or Alpine.
I don't know about Alpine, you know. I'm a bit delusional on that front too.
In the wet, what a car.
I just want to see Jack race in Monaco, that's all.
Yeah, and hopefully he gets to it.
He's got a 5-race contract.
And Monaco race 8.
Is 8. But you know what that means? There's only 8 races till we go see cars on track again.
In person.
In person. 8 races.
And at the time of recording, it is 35 days until free practice in Australia. 35 days.
37 days until first race.
Until we're not going to sleep.
Yes.
At yours.
Yes, so Australia weekend is my first birthday weekend. I get 2 birthday weekends this year because my birthday's a Wednesday. So Australia is race weekend. So everyone's at 9. We're going to just stay up. We'll sleep after the race.
We can sleep when the season's finished.
Which might be after Australia for many fans.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got pre-season testing in Bahrain on the 26th, 27th, and 28th.
28th. Is it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
I think it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because I looked again tickets, because tickets were like 20 quid. But flights were like mega.
Flights to Bahrain on 20 quid.
No. Tickets to see the pre-season
No,
testing.
I'm saying your flights were equal price.
Flights were more expensive than my Qatar flights for last year.
Yeah, I bet they were. But yeah, pre-season in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Have a week's break. And then it's first race.
Yeah, 1 week. Yeah, no, because
in that week,
Drive to Survive. So we were right all along.
Yes, we were. Those who don't know, we've been in query for the past couple of weeks as to when Drive to Survive was coming out, because there was about 4 dates online.
Yeah, like some places speculated the 7th of March, some speculated the 13th.
Which would have been a chaotic first race of the season. Would have had to binge watch all of Drive to Survive before the race.
Yeah.
But it's quite late this year though, isn't it?
It was February last year.
This time next week last year.
Mm-hmm. But I've actually only just now finished watching season 5.
How?
Is it season 5 or season 6? I like to spread it out across the year, and I know that I'm going to be all like in winter break. So like to keep it a little bit like a bit lively.
You spread it.
So yeah, spread it out. Especially because like the past season is like too close to be watching it like before the next season or alongside the next season.
Yeah.
It's still too fresh in my memory, especially with the dominating side of 2023. There wasn't really much variety with winning.
Yeah.
With that, so 2023 was a bit. But 2024, I mean, you're all gonna be lucky if you get to watch the first episode first, because I just want to skip to Miami.
Yeah. This may be why I'm not going to skip. With our friends, we were saying we were going to possibly have a Drive to Survive sleepover. I might just watch it before I come, so I can watch the episodes before Miami. If it happens, it will just be skipped to Miami. With 4 out of 7 as Orlando fans, it's just going to get skipped to Miami, isn't it?
4? Who's the 4?
I'm counting Lucy.
Oh. I think she's going for McLaren and Oscar this season.
Yeah, she is.
From one Australian to another.
That's what's happened during our winter break. We got matching times.
Yeah, we did.
We got matching Lando Norris. But I can't show mine, but you can show yours. Here's Enjoy Life and then the little 4.
Yeah, little tiny 4 that looks
like a little bit of a lightning bolt.
Yeah, but also his sort of number, the way his number is.
Yeah. Yeah. We did this. We've done a lot in our winter break.
Yeah, we've kept ourselves busy, like to the point where, like, so last winter break I was a bit like, what to do.
Now it's like we've finally got a weekend away from everybody. We've got a weekend away from each other.
We haven't. We're seeing each other on Sunday.
Oh yeah, we are. We didn't see each other last weekend though.
No, because I was in Wales.
Yes. Didn't see. I think last weekend was the first weekend of winter break we've not seen each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we've
Oh
literally
no, we didn't see your birthday weekend.
we went to.
We were meant to. But last weekend was the first time we didn't actually have a plan.
Yeah, like we've literally seen each other every weekend from Abu Dhabi until last weekend.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
mental.
I'm gonna need a break from you. Anyway, let's back on the season. Moving swiftly along. So the start of the season is starting with very early races for us.
Yeah.
In the UK, like kind of feel how Australia feel for the rest of the season. And thankfully we haven't got to do this early start then until November afterwards. So because everything else is like 1, 2, 5, 8. So that's fine. I love the fact that Miami is like 8 o'clock on a bank holiday weekend. That is great planning. It doesn't matter the fact for Monaco because we're going to be there. Silverstone doesn't matter because it's UK time anyway.
And you're going to be there?
I'm going to be there.
Qatar doesn't matter because I'm going to be there. That's not confirmed yet.
No, that's not confirmed. Whereas Monaco and Silverstone are confirmed.
Monaco is actually confirmed. That at the minute, that's my only race this season.
Yeah, because like Baku's fallen through.
Yeah, well, there's political reasons for that one.
Yeah, which is just fair, but the price of tickets as well is astronomical for Baku this year.
It went from £450 last year for the Castle Grandstand to £800 for the Castle Grandstand this year.
And I thought we were hit quite hard with the dynamic pricing at Silverstone.
And really, I know we're not doing race day on Monaco, we're going to spend it in the fan zone. But Monaco's not actually that as expensive as I thought it was going to be.
No, race day was. Race day was over.
Extortionate, Monaco.
Yeah.
But for the fact you get all the action on track on Saturday anyway in Monaco, we've been really, really lucky.
Yeah, so obviously all the action happens in like free practice and qualifying because the race is historical. Past Monaco, it's just historical. It's not about the on track overtaking because if there is any on track overtaking, it is
dangerous, and normally because there's been an accident.
Yeah, like I think we were spoilt last year because we had like very smooth race. Apart from the very beginning, it was a very smooth race.
Yeah.
There was no pit stops. This year, there's probably going to be pit stops, so it's going to be chaos. But yes, the fact that Monaco race day tickets were €800 was
for the cheapest grandstand.
And Friday and Saturday has cost £375.
Yeah.
For like K&T.
Like the two of the best grandstands in Monaco.
Yeah, like Friday we're going to be overlooking all the yachts. And then Saturday...
Like, you can see the tunnel. You can see them come out the tunnel through the bus stop at K.
Same.
And then T, we're literally overlooking the garages. Best grandstands they have in Monaco.
What can we say?
And who got them ones? The one very, very lucky got them ones.
It's me. Hi. And
what I also love about Monaco is that you get a physical ticket.
Yeah.
There's not even an option to get an e-ticket. You either get them posted to you, or you have to go to the Automobile Club of Monaco.
Yeah, and it was a stupid idiot that chose the automobile.
Oh no, I don't think it is. I think we'll be fine. Plenty of time. I think it would have been more of a stupid idea if we got them posted to the house.
Yeah, because there's a chance that I could have forgotten them.
Because you would have forgot them.
Right.
We all would have forgot them, though, that's the thing. Because we'd have all been panicking about not forgetting them.
Yeah, and then when we're on the flight to Nice, like la da 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 da. Jace, can you
He just UPS them. He's FedEx them across.
drive to Nice, please?
FedEx them to our apartment, please. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's all sorted. We're flights booked, Airbnb's booked. So yeah.
We're off there in 8 races time.
So that's how our season looks so far. At the moment, currently, at the time of recording, Emily is going.
To Monaco. I'm not coming home. Excited.
No, I'm going to Silverstone with a couple of the other girls, and we have a free cancellation
Apartment
booked for Qatar. That's it. So flights are the same.
Yeah, but we've got an apartment booked.
Yeah, flights are the same price as they were last year to Qatar. We just need to see how much tickets are going to cost.
Anyway, so that's our season's looking like. What's the season looking like for the drivers?
24 races.
Yes, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rookies this season.
I'm going to just stop you over there before we move on to the actual rookies. We all complained that there was not one change to the 2024 lineup. We did, because we were like, they're not giving people a chance to, like, you know, come from F2, you know, and stuff like that. And I feel like the FIA listened to us, like Formula One listened to us, and they were like, right, we didn't have any in 2024, so here's 5 in 2025. I'm like, whoa, calm down.
There's 2 teams that went unchanged. 2 out of 10.
And those teams are
McLaren and Aston Martin. Aston Martin was never going to change.
No.
The only time Aston Martin will change is when Fernando Alonso actually retires.
Like in 2064.
Yeah. Or like 3001,000 years on in Formula One the way he's going, but
I saw a meme the other day and it says, you wake up from a coma in 2051, what's the first thing you ask? And it's like, which F1 team is Fernando Alonso driving for?
Which one is he actually at? Because it's getting to that point.
Yeah, I remember when he retired the first time.
Yeah, and then came back a couple of years later.
Crazy. Anyway.
The next person to come back from retirement has to be Seb.
That's not going to happen.
No, it's not. Because Fernando Alonso's never going to retire. Never going to be a seat for Seb.
So from the oldest driver on the grid and the 2 unchanged teams to the youngest drivers on the grid, our 5 rookies. So, who are those rookies, Em?
We have Gabriele Bortoleto at Stake Sauber. We have Kimi Antonelli, or Andrea Kimi Antonelli, if we're going to give him his full name, at Mercedes. We have Ollie Behrman, which I don't really know if we can class as an actual rookie this season. He's driven in 3 F1 races now. We have Isaac Hadjar at Racing Bulls. We have my personal favourite rookie, Jack Doohan, in Alpine. Another Australian on the grid.
Yep.
But yeah, you've seen Kimi race in F2. I've seen Kimi do his first rookie test in free practice in Monza. And that's all I'm going to say on that part. Seen Ollie Behrman. I've seen Ollie Behrman go last to first at Monza.
Yep.
Seen Gabriele Bortoleto go from last to first at Monza, which was genuinely an incredible race. That F2 race on that Sunday was incredible. there's been a couple of shocking changes. Not shocking as in we didn't see them coming, but more of somebody else could have done it. Like Lawson going to Red Bull. That seat's Yuki's in my head, and it will always be Yuki's seat.
Well, if you cast your mind back to Imola in 2024, when I said my bold prediction is Yuki Tsunoda is going to be in that Red Bull seat for next year.
Yeah, I'll insert a clip.
So here we are.
4.5 seconds is absolutely crucial. That's
Perez, he's Red Bull. Again,
Yeah.
and Yuki in a Red Bull.
Brilliant.
Why?
Why is it Liam Lawson?
Why Red Bull? Why? I saw him race in Qatar in the V-Carb. Now, I know the V-Carb is not the best car in the world. Hell, it's not even a middle runner. But why?
Yeah. There's some sort of sponsor deal is the only thing I can think of.
Let him do a season in V-Carb. Reassess.
Like full season rather than him doing a couple of races 2023. Couple of races in 2024 because it was literally only a couple of races.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a full seat, a full-time seat in V-Carb.
Yep.
And if it doesn't work out halfway through the season, switch him and Yuki round. I just don't think he was the best shot for that seat.
No, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Unless they were threatened Yuki versus Max. Unless they were threatened by Yuki's talent of them in a Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have seen it because he has done the testing for Honda. And they didn't want someone to challenge Max. That's the only thing I can think of.
I get it, but I do feel though that Liam Lawson is the wrong person to have a second driver that's not going to challenge Max.
Yeah, but there's one less Spanish speaking driver on that track now. He might not have as much thought of ramming everybody off the road.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, is Liam going to sit there and take being second driver?
No, this is what I'm saying. I don't know if he will, because he doesn't have that drive of like, I need that seat.
Mm-hmm.
So you might go, I've got that seat, I'll sit back a bit, and I'll do anything to keep that seat.
But then does he risk doing an Alex Albon and a Pierre Gasly?
Quite possibly. And I just don't know if they've learned from the mistakes at Red Bull.
We shall see.
So.
I think we're not going to have a problem with the rookies being like trying to question their second driver status. I feel like they're going to be so preoccupied with trying to make a name for themselves in Formula 1. They could be so preoccupied with the dramatic difference between F2 and F1.
Yeah.
That I feel like they're going to be a bit quiet for one season.
The only person I'd question that on is Ollie Behrman. But he has only done one race and a half. So I don't know if he's going to be like, oh, I've raced a Haas now.
He's done 2 races in Haas.
2 races.
One when K-Mag got just banned for a race.
Yeah.
No, that was when K-Mag got food poisoning.
And he did Brazil.
He did Brazil, and he raced in somewhere else as well with Haas, because he did Ferrari in Saudi Arabia for the appendix.
Yeah.
He raced 2 races in Haas.
So maybe you don't know with Ollie then.
He's
going to fight for first driver, but
it's a different dynamic, isn't it? Because obviously in Saudi he raced against Charles in a Ferrari, his first ever Formula 1, so he did phenomenal in that.
Yeah.
The first Haas race when K-Mag got banned for a race. Probably just getting used to the dynamics of the Haas. And obviously the race in Brazil, where he was just hoping for the best, really, because it was wet and he crashed twice. So yeah, I think he's just happy to be there. Like, he just seems like one of those really, really down to earth kids, and I think he's just really happy to be there as Ollie Behrman. And I am just going to put it out there, I am fully going to be supporting Ollie Behrman this season. I am getting a t-shirt, not a hat t-shirt, an Ollie Behrman
Not
t-shirt.
even. It was Azerbaijan who did.
Yes. So I am fully behind. I don't know what it is about Ollie Behrman. I just feel.
I think the way, I don't think that I would have felt the same about him if he hadn't done that phenomenal performance in that Ferrari.
Do you reckon?
I don't know. I don't know if I would have felt the same. Because that Ferrari performance was absolutely insane.
Mm-hmm.
First ever F1 race, he finished 7th. Like, who does that?
In a Ferrari.
Yeah. And in that time, that Ferrari wasn't great.
No.
That Ferrari wasn't great. It was only the second race.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. It's gonna be an exciting season.
I'm really behind Ollie Behrman this season. You know, I voiced this before, like outside of this podcast, during this podcast. My reservations with Antonelli are low.
Yeah.
Not because I don't think he doesn't deserve a Formula One seat.
No, not at all. I just don't think he's ready for it now.
I don't think he's ready to be in such a powerful Formula One seat.
Yeah, I think maybe if it was like Ollie Behrman and he went into a Williams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Historically, Williams is the feeder season into Mercedes, and they're trying not to make it that, but it is historically is that.
Well, yeah, that's what they did with George Russell. So
yeah, I think if he went through there, even if it was just for a season,
yeah,
you get the grips of the race, get the grips of handling an F1 car. He'd be able to do it.
Yeah, because from what I saw in Qatar, he couldn't really handle an F2 car.
No. I've got the picture of the imprint of his wheels from his Mercedes.
But
I'm looking forward to seeing him try.
Mm-hmm.
Because he might come out that maybe like second or third race after he's done a couple of races in it.
Yep.
And surprise everybody.
Yep. And don't forget China's a sprint race weekend as well.
Oh, it is. It is.
So straight off the bat, we've got Australia, then China's going to be a sprint race and a feature race.
And he historically does very well in a sprint race in F2.
But that's when the F2 grid is reversed, isn't it, during a sprint race? So it'd be interesting to see how he qualifies for a sprint race.
Yeah, and goes through.
Stays in that position in the sprint race.
Yeah. He might just surprise us.
He might very well. I mean, like, Lando's going to sweep the board. But yeah, I think that's fine.
I'm looking forward to see, off rookie conversation, I'm looking forward to seeing the dynamics of Ferrari now. Majority of Carlos's team, Carlos's side of the garage, left and went to Williams with him.
Yep.
And I don't think many people have come from Mercedes with Lewis.
They've not been able to, have they?
No. So it's going to be this new kind of dynamic of, has Lewis got a whole new team, or has some of Charles's team is cut across to Lewis's team?
Carlos's team going with him to Williams, which I think is great for Carlos to like be able to take those people with him.
But
really,
what I do love about that, is that left Renault with him and went McLaren.
Mm-hmm.
They left McLaren with him and went Ferrari, and now they've left Ferrari and they went Williams with him, and I think that says a lot.
Yeah, like they went on this journey with him.
I think it says a lot about Carlos as a person.
Yeah, 100%. Like, you know, like Carlos has always been that guy who's been like really involved in like the car, not just driving the car.
Yeah.
He's been like, you know, he's been there for his engineers. He's had input into the car, the
He did
setup.
a degree in mechanical engineering while he was at McLaren.
I feel like that should be like an essential requirement for a driver. Like, you know, you need to understand how these cars work. Because at the end of the day, it's like, so me and Zach were having this conversation the other day, and he said, but Formula One drivers, it's not, how does he put it? It's not like, he said something like, it's not a tailoring sport. It's not a physical sport. There you go. He said, it's not a physical sport. And I said, how is it not a physical sport? Well, they're just driving a car around in laps, aren't they?
I understand from first glance that that is what it looks like.
100%. So I said, right, I'm going to stop you with it. We're going to rewind a little bit.
Gonna go back. We'll watch Drive to Survive episode on guitar.
We're going to watch 2023 in Qatar. No. So I said to him, I said, it might just seem like that. But so like for a racing car driver, it's like magnified by 1,000. And I said to him, I said, okay, they might not have to like put their indicator on to turn or something like that. But they've got like 20 different buttons on their steering wheel that all do different things. You've got to know what all those different buttons do. You've got to know when you're able to press them and when you can't press them. Take the DRS, for example. You can't press DRS unless you're within 1 second of the car in front of you. And you can't press it until you're in the DRS zone. So you've got, that's one thing. You've got the overtake button. You've got like, oh, okay, your gear shifts are automatic. There's, you know, then you've got to be able to apply the brake pedal, and all while practically sitting on your back. You can't see out that cockpit, really.
No.
But you're so low down in those cockpits that it's unreal, right? The halo's in front of you, so you've got this big bar like obscuring your vision.
And you can tell what Emily got for Christmas. Tell Emily you got PlayStation.
Got a PlayStation 5.
And what game was on that PlayStation 5, Emily?
I bought Formula 1 24. And
You don't say.
Started my career on New Year's Day. Day after New Year's Day. In Formula 2. And I finished Formula 2 within 1 day. Like, that's like practice sessions, quali sessions, races, done. Won them all. Got promoted to F1. Oh my God. Anyway, so I was telling Zach all this, and then he goes, oh, this does sound quite physically exerting. Yeah, because it is. I said, Formula 1 drivers lose between 4 to 5 kilograms each race in sweat.
Sorry, my lips are really sore.
No, it's fine. And then I did the whole athlete sweat, and he didn't get the reference. So yeah, anyway, going back to the fact that I think maybe a degree in engineering, mechanical engineering, is
might be the way forward. Yeah,
might be the way forward for Formula 1. Anyway, going back to Lewis Hamilton. So yeah, whilst a lot of Lewis Hamilton's close people, Bono, for one, has not been able to follow him to Ferrari, which I think is one of the biggest tragedies of 2024. I feel like something like that for Lewis, 7-time world champion,
is a big thing.
Might not actually be such a bad thing.
I was going to say he'd probably be out of his comfort zone, but the one person that has went with him is the one person that he needed.
Other than Roscoe.
Other than Roscoe, yes. Roscoe's obviously got to go with him, but Angela Cullen's back.
Exactly.
I think because he's got that one person, he'll feel like he's got everything covered.
Mm-hmm. So I genuinely think, okay, not having Bono is a big setback for him. But I feel like because he is Lewis Hamilton, one of the best Formula One drivers there has ever been, regardless of whether you like the man or not. He is one of the best, if not the best. I don't think not having those people that were with him at Mercedes in Ferrari is going to make much of a difference, if a difference at all.
Yeah.
Because, and this is going to sound like really bad against Mercedes, but like Lewis leaving Mercedes came at the right time.
Yeah.
He's been saying before 2024, the car's not there, the car's not in it, and it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, he knew it wasn't. But what I think is that I just don't want Lewis to have a brand new team. Because it even went down to Carlos's like engineers that changed his tyres during the race. His pit stop crew went to Williams with him. I just don't want that to be that situation where Lewis has got a brand new, and it's like that first ever episode of Drive to Survive where he has it in Australia and they're trundling down the straight and the wheels come off and like that.
I know, I get it. But like, I feel like Ferrari, you know, they're a big team. People will jump at the opportunity to be mechanics, race engineers, and everything for Ferrari.
Yeah.
What I have noticed is there's been a lot of McLaren jobs going recently.
There has been. And I've had another one today. That's a different story. One thing we haven't touched on is something that's coming up in a couple of weeks' time. A week and a half, in fact. F1 75.
And the more days that go by, the more happier I'm so glad you sold our tickets.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, sorry, did the sarcasm not quite translate?
No, I genuinely am happy we sold them tickets.
Yeah, I am. Do you know why? Because I get that we're going to see the liveries and stuff like that.
But you've only seen the liveries, not seen the cars.
Yeah, so the liveries are going to be on the 2024 cars.
The only one I don't know if it is going to be Williams.
My McLaren's not announced anything either, though, have they? Their car launch.
Because Williams' car launches next Friday, a week today. But I think everything that's been released for it, like there's going to be pit stop sessions, there's going to be simulators, there's going to be loads of things, but I think you would literally spend your time queuing.
But there's pit stop things and simulations at race weekends.
At races, yeah. I think you would just spend your time queuing all the time.
I feel like if it was on a weekend...
Fantastic. If it was on a weekend, we wouldn't have sold them tickets.
No.
But I think with it being on a Tuesday, I think it would have been different if it was a Thursday.
Yeah. We could have gone to the expedition on the Friday.
Exactly.
Again.
Well, we go to see it on a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have work beginning of the week and then at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're digressing on something different there, but I just think it's a lot of money for what it's going to be.
Yeah. I mean, like, we did get the cheapest tickets, but yeah.
Yeah, and it was still a lot of money. I just think all the teams are releasing the race suits, helmets and everything. Like, that could have been left for then.
It could have. You're right. You're 100% right. But it wasn't. So
What are they actually showing other than some prints on a car?
I think McLaren and Red Bull and Aston Martin may just very well leave like their race suits and stuff for F1 75.
Yeah.
The British teams might just leave it for F1 75. Obviously, Ferrari have already released it, but I feel like Ferrari released it so early because people were so desperate to see Lewis Hamilton in red.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
They had to.
Everybody else could have left it.
Well, like Sauber released theirs today.
And it's exactly the same as it was last year, pretty much.
There's differences. There is differences in it, but yeah.
But there's slight differences though.
Yeah.
They're not anything major.
No.
And they're not. I mean, I can't really say anything because I'm not the biggest Hulkenberg fan, so I don't know if there was that following of, well, we need to see Hulkenberg in that suit.
I wanted to see Hulkenberg in that suit. Hulkenberg in green. The Hulk is in green.
No, but like, I don't know if it was like as much as like is seeing Lewis in Ferrari.
No, you weren't excited for that at all.
Well, no, I wasn't, but I knew I understand that there was that following of needing to see it.
Yeah, and there probably is that following to need to see Hulkenberg
I'm
in
saying
it.
that I just don't know it.
No, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think we could have waited.
Mm.
It could have waited. There could have been a lot more on offer.
I'm still what's the word? I'm still waiting to see if Max actually turns up.
I'm gonna go probably not. I'm gonna go with the FIA is gonna fine him. It's doing something to the FIA. And then that's only 2 races he needs to swear at, and then he's banned.
I'm not going to go into the whole FIA and the swearing thing. I'm just not.
I'm going to go. The only thing I'm going to say is one driver gets banned, but everyone will protest.
The fact that they've not protested already against this, I mean, like, they're grown-ass men. I mean, even Kimi Antonelli, who's only 18 years old, is a man. He can swear if he wants to. I mean, for fuck's sake, Alonso is 42 years old. Like, why can't he say anything?
I understand if it was offensive towards somebody, and it was towards somebody, I'd understand that. But uttering a swear word on a radio does not require someone to be fined.
And like, Yuki's going to be banned every race.
Yeah, it's going to be 3 races. Yuki's going to race Japan, but then be off for Bahrain. And then it's going to be, let me work this out, Saudi, Miami, Imola. He's not going to race in Monaco. Like, if that's how it goes, if that's how they're doing it, that's what it's going to be like.
They're grown-ass men. Unless they're saying that somebody is shit and they should fuck off, then, you know, literally telling your team this car is a pile of shit, get it fucking sorted, should not result in a race ban.
No, because one, they're talking about an inanimate object.
Yeah. You know, oh my god, you know, what if an iguana crosses the track? Get the fucking thing off the track.
Not going to hurt the iguana's feelings.
Ban for Singapore.
I just don't know how they're going to police it and how it's going to work.
But I'm not going into it.
But yeah, F175. Not sure what it's actually going to be like. Don't know. I hope they have something that's going to really pull it out the bag.
I can't see it.
Unless they have like an absolute spectacular performer. And there's one specific performer that could possibly happen, and I would cry if he was there. And I sold my ticket. Dutch.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, if they do announce Martin Garrix and you sold those tickets.
It was a joke decision.
If Martin Garrix gets announced for performing at F175,
he can play Kingsland.
I may shed a tear, just a single tear.
I'll fully bawl my eyes out.
Because we can't cry too much. Because not only is this 2025 the first time we're going to go to a race weekend together.
Yeah.
Only is 2025 the year where we are going to try and watch almost every race with each other.
Yeah.
not only is 2025 the year that you are going to be the bridesmaid at my wedding, but
But
2025 is the year that we get to go and see Martin Garrix.
oh, woo!
Woo! A week before the wedding, 6 days before the wedding.
So we're going VIP.
Not VIP. But anyway, this is a Formula One podcast, not a Martin Garrix podcast.
Yes, we could make a Martin Garrix podcast. No, so
Cold War.
also in 2025, we are going to relive Lando's maiden win by repeating his steps and go to Amsterdam for King's Day.
We are going to Amsterdam. Amsterdam?
Have you got something in your head?
The wine down. Yes, we're going to Amsterdam, which has got nothing to do with Formula One.
Oh, well, we'll go to Max Verstappen shop and we'll make it. Max Verstappen shop's not in Amsterdam, by the way. It's in Lelystad.
I mean, if we're going to do anything while we're in the Netherlands, I'd want to go and race in Zandvoort, but okay.
Yeah, we'll try and fit that in sometime.
In our 2-night holiday.
3 days. 3 days, plenty of time. So yeah, so that's F1 75. That's the teams covered, racing covered. Anything else?
Before the season starts, we are going to do little predictions that we're going to seal in envelopes.
Yes, I'm going to suggest we do that Sunday.
Yes, good idea.
We're also going to pick 3 drivers out of the hat and 2 teams. And at the end of the season, whoever has the most points
or wins they got the driver or the constructor that wins.
We've not actually decided on what we're doing, but we'll do something. It's not tattoo.
Are you saying we're not making any bets this season that will result in another matching tattoo?
It has to be done first race though. Like ours was this year. I dare think what you think coming up with.
That's fine. Yeah. We're gonna put our own physical predictions in an envelope at the start of the season and then reveal them after Abu Dhabi.
Yep.
In December. And the fact that this is only February now when we're talking about December is like
we did think this when we made that bet last season.
Yeah, so we're going to reveal who we predict to be drivers champion and then constructors champion. We're also going to our predictions of who is going to be the best rookie of the year as well.
Yes. So out of the 5 rookies we've just discussed, who is going to be the best?
We're not going to do the worst because that's not nice. That's not who we are.
That's a given.
That's a private.
Yeah, so we'll do that and we'll keep you all up to date and weekly on our Instagram we will race weeks we will be putting up bold predictions again, and podiums for that race. So yeah, so thank you for all tuning in to our first episode of season 2.
Are they releasing Lek in England?
Oh yeah, I mentioned that in the thing the other day, a couple of hours ago. Did you not know that? Did you not see it?
I've just seen it now.
Yes, so Lek's getting released in England and we're finishing off episode 1, season 2. We'll see you soon. Bye.